Hello out there. We are going to be looking at a very important topic in this very video section you are seeing now, and it is memory making. Memory making, we will be looking into what memory making could actually be. And if you are wondering, just like myself, what is memory making, or how do we go about making memory? So before we go into how we go about making memory, it is very important we define our target. The target we have here is to make a memory in a long-term category, right? To make a long-term memory that can take us for years and even for a lifetime. So that is the target of what we have. This very memory making section can do that better for us as we now go into seeing how we go about doing it bit by bit. Alright, so we have our memory here. Basically, we have two classes of memory. These two classes of memory, we have a short-term memory and we have a long-term memory, which is the target we have to make in this very video you are seeing now. Short-term memory is further divided or subdivided into another two sections, and there we have our immediate memory and working memory. We have our immediate memory to be here, and here we have working memory. The difference between these two memories, the immediate memory and working memory, is a matter of time. The time differentiates these two very memory we're seeing here. So the immediate memory we see can last for seconds. This memory doesn't last for long. It lasts for seconds, and from seconds to maximum minutes. And if nothing is done to get this memory trapped, it's gone. That is why we must have to be very careful in our way of getting to the long-term memory, because it's going to be a long shot. We have to first of all know the basic features of this very immediate memory. Number one is this memory is very fragile and is very volatile at the same time. So if there is nothing that you can do to protect this very memory, you are losing it right away. Examples of this memory can be seen as something like a memory flash. I don't know whether I've actually, been in a situation where you were actually working on something and all of a sudden an idea just came into your brain and you say, oh, this is it. This is what I have been looking for. And it's a kind of memory flash. Some people can actually see it in huges. It's a kind of inspiration. So these are all examples of our immediate memory we have, and they don't last, for a very long time. And here we have the working memory. The working memory here, just like we said, the difference is the time. Here our memory can last for minutes. It can last for hours. Yeah, as long as we are working on that very memory, it can last for hours and maybe few days. The memory can last, and if nothing is done, we're gonna be losing it. So our target is to make this memory, to convert our immediate memory to working memory. So how do we go about doing that? We have our immediate memory to be converted to our working memory. So the thing that we must have to do or take very good notice of is we have to write down or trap down this very memory immediately we have it, or immediately it comes to our awareness. We just have to find a way to get this memory trapped down. If not, we'll be losing it all the way. The next target would be, how do we now put a memory in our long-term memory? Okay, let's try to shift this a bit to the left. We have hours and a few days. Yeah, okay. How do we make this our working memory to now go into our long-term memory? How do we do this? Is through what is common in memory making, and that is repetition repetition and repetition. We have to repeat as often as possible for us to make this working memory, help us, or for us to convert this very working memory. We have to, make repetition a key word. We have to repeat as much as possible. And when we actually get a memory in this very long term section, there we hope that our memory can actually last for weeks, it can last for months and years, and even for a lifetime. Just like we said, when you do this, you can actually term that to be a success, or anything that is worth taking the whole thing the way you want it to be. But for me, I've been able to make a memory that can actually last for a lifetime. I've been able to make a memory that will not disappoint me when I'm in the classroom. I've been able to make some memory that's kind of very good. So these are the things that we have in our memory making, and like we said, the target is for us to achieve a long-term memory that will last for years and lifetime. With these very explanations that we've given, starting from the two divisions of memory, short-term memory and long-term memory, to the immediate memory and working memory, we can go all the way to making long-term memory a lifetime, something that would help us or that will not disappoint us anytime we want it.